Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and welcome to day 30 of VADA. I can't believe I've actually done it if I have. I mean, I'm filming this in advance, so I don't actually know whether I have at this point in time, but thank you if you have joined me every step of the way. And welcome to the fifth and final instalment in this series of my handwriting videos. Today we're looking at brush lettering or modern calligraphy, and this is cursive brush lettering. Last week we looked at print and today we're looking at cursive. And again, it's very similar to the last lot. Again, thin upstrokes, nice and thin upstrokes always. I'd say doing a nice thick one last. And nice thick downstrokes. The harder you push down on your downstrokes, the thicker it'll be. And converting between the two. As I said last week, if you watched last week's video, this is harder than the print because there's more swirling, there's more curls, there's more different angles. Lots of last week's was just circles and lines. So if you've mastered those, I mean, you're a good way on. But yeah, there's a lot more different things. So I'd fully suggest practicing some up, down, ups, some U's, some N's, and some circles. Before carrying on with this video. So now we've covered what the strokes you're going to need. There are lots of them. Things like P's, and I'll try and talk you through each letter a little bit more than I did last week and how you do it. So if we start with a cursive A. So this, first stroke in, you go in upwards to start your letter. Then lift your pen off, go over here, again, starting as an up, and then you go down, and then up, so down. So because this is a down, it's going to want to be thick. And when you get back to here, you again go down, and again, that's going to want to be thick. So an A is made up of thin upstroke, circle with a down, and then a thick downstroke. So they are your three parts: in, up, round, down, thick. So that is essentially one of these but on a slant, one of these, and one of these, just put together to make a letter. So let's see that in practice. Thin upstroke, lift pen off, circle, thick downstroke. And it is, that's not simple, but that's all there is to it, just with every letter. So moving on to a B. So let's just draw a normal B first. That was not a good B. There we go, that's a bit better. So again, thin upstroke right up to the top. Then as you go over the curve, you become a thick downstroke. Then it becomes a thin upstroke circle, down circle, and upstroke, which is like a little spiral, which is this shape here, but just with a lead in. So they're your three different parts of a B. So we put them together to form a letter. Thin upstroke, thick downstroke, thin, thick, loop. B. Okay, C is similar to an A, but without the closing of the loop. So you've got your thin upstroke again. Again, lift your pencil off at that point. Start around here, form your C, and up into a thick loop. So you could split that into two, so you could split that into an almost circle, and then a thin upstroke again if you want. Like that. And the letter itself is fairly similar to all the others. Thin upstroke, always lift your pen off. Like, honestly, modern calligraphy is not meant to be done all in one go. Lift your pen off, I promise it will help. There you go. That's a C. Similarly, a D. I mean, all letters are pretty similar to a point. Thin in stroke, again, lift your pen off, form that circle D, lift your pen off, and down and up. So you've got your thin upstroke in, circle, down and out. And when you think of letters like this, you can even draw yourself some little arrows. So up, down, up, down, up. So up, up, down, down, up. If that helps you. Personally, it doesn't. I need to practice it. And what you can do is, if you've got a decent pencil, you can actually practice with the pencil. So light upstroke, down, down. And you can see there which bits should be thick, if your pencil is one that will allow you to do that. So then we just move it onto something that has a thicker downstroke, essentially, and that's your D. E, again, for this you need to have been happy with your cursive because it's pretty similar. So you've got your thin upstroke, your actual letter itself, which is essentially a circle. Let's do it a bit bigger than that, but with this diagonal line in it, and then your tail out. So tail in, your funny circle, and your tail out. I'm just going to do that the same size as all the other letters because it's currently bigger. And that was an appalling E. I tried to move the paper, let's ignore that. Ignore that happened. So lift, again, I lifted my pen off. It was automatic because I'd lift my pen off so much whilst doing modern calligraphy. So that's E. F. F is one of those complex letters, isn't it? So we start off, we go up, we form the top of our loop, we'll stop there, and we go down, thick, 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 thick. And then we come back up nice light, and flick off. So that is in stroke and up, thick down, and then upstroke, and then you're off. I made that last bit 2 when it should have been 1 when it should have been 2. Oops, sorry, I just whacked the second camera. So then, putting that into practice, thin upstroke in, thicken down, thin upstroke, boop, back, and flick it off. Oops, I'm off the main camera. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's F. Moving on to G, I'm going to pull out back one of these other pieces of paper I've only used one side of. So G, again, thin upstroke in, lift your pencil off, circle, down loop. You could even split that into 2, so you could split your down loop and then your lift up. So that's what you're forming. So slope in, circle, down, up. H, nice big loopy up, big thick down, up and down. And then I always finish with the little loop again. So that's got your loop up, your bit down, your half loop up, your half down, and then your last little lift up. And again, there I'm trying to show you by pressing down harder on the downstrokes where you will to be doing your downstrokes. So like that. I don't lift my pen off for the first time. I do just go up, down, up. So again, 3 strokes, 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, and a dot. Simple, really. J, your in stroke, your thick down, then your conversion to an up, thin. So just like that. K, and the reason I hate the alphabet. So again, up, down, and then you've just only got a really tiny space to make that bottom of the K, and this is where this letter always comes below the line for me, just because I find it just looks better in brush lettering. So you can, again, you've got your big loop up, you're coming down, and you've got your circle, you're up, you're down there, so you're up, small down, then you're bigger down. And sometimes with K I don't quite follow all of the rules, so I'm going to draw a few different Ks now. And so this is one where I sometimes go off topic, so I sometimes use this K which doesn't have this thickened bit, so sometimes find that looks a bit weird to me. I vary, sometimes I do one, sometimes I do the other. Do what works best for you. But yeah, that's how you form a K. L is nice and easy if you've been practicing your loops, which you should have been doing. It's just a loop. So your thin up stroke in, your thick down, and then your light one, thin up. So, I don't know whether you noticed what I did there. My brush got a bit tangled, so I just went back in and corrected it, which you can definitely do. But just to show you, neither of those were very good. None of these are very good. I'm failing at doing an L. There we go. Even that, I'd have preferred to be a bit neater. But you can go back in and you can neaten things up. Don't worry if you don't remember to keep pressing until a bit late. You can always correct it a little bit. That's L. M. Again, back to one of my favourite letters. Thin up, thick down, thin up, thick down, thin up, thick down, thin up. So, lots of parts of this. So your first thin up, your first thick down, your second thin up, your second thick down, your third thin up, your third thick down, and your last thin up. Sounds like a lot, but they're beautiful once they're drawn. Minimum is one of my favourite words to write in cursive. I just think it looks cool. N is exactly the same, but with only one loop. So thin up, thick down, thin up, thick down, thin up. And again, that last thin up is mostly because I finish all of my letters on that top line and start all of my letters on that bottom line. O is my like curly O. So again, start on the bottom, go up, down, and form most of your loop. Don't quite close it, form another loop. It's like two circles. So up, almost circle, almost circle. Well, or like a thin up stroke, whatever, however you want to look at that. Let's see. And O, I have to say, is one that I often, on that second downstroke, don't always do thick. I sometimes do it like that and then come back and thicken it, or just leave it like that. Up to you what you do and what you prefer. I actually sometimes feel like this looks better, even though it's not true to brush lettering. P, you have your thin up stroke, your thick down, then your loopy, thin, thick, thin. So your parts are your thin up stroke, thick down stroke, lift up at that point, then your circle almost, but it's a backward circle, and then you'll flick off. So maybe practice a couple of backward circles as well. I'd forgotten they existed. So thin up stroke, thick down stroke, lift up, thin, thick, thin. Q is like backwards of that. So thin up stroke, circle, down, loop-de-loop, and up and off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fits to a Q. Now, how difficult it is to describe how you draw a letter. That Q was like twice as long as it needed to be. It was not a very good example. There we go. So that's a Q. R. This is a funny one again. So if you remember, your R goes up, form a little loop, then down and back up. So you've got your thin up, your small down, your across, and then a thick down and a thin up. So you put all of that together, you get that. And what some people do is they make the loop less pronounced on the R, and I think that works much nicer in brush than it does without. So it is actually still a loop, but it's barely a loop, so it becomes that there's not a loop. Again, up to you, whatever you prefer. S. S is one that is really hard to get right and one of my least favourite letters in brush lettering. So basically the important part of an S is making sure your loops are nice and big, because this is going to be thickened. So thin upstroke, loop, down, loop, light off. So when you put that all together, comes that. And if you don't make those loops big enough, it looks funny and little and squiggly. Or just like an X, like that. And to me that doesn't look right. So I tend to make my S bigger than it should be and go above that top line and below that bottom line to make it a nice little S, in a way I like. T is a lot simpler. Thin upstroke in, downstroke, thin upstroke, and then cross. So in, down, up, cross. Simple. Simple compared to an S at least. None of this is simple, it's brush lettering. It's not meant to be simple. U, got again, thin upstroke in, thick down, loop, thick down, loop. So if you're realising, most of the parts of these letters, those bits that I told you to practice. Sorry about that, my camera ran out of battery, so I was talking about F and I was going, oh no I wasn't, that's a lie. I was on U and I was just saying, you may have noticed that most of these letters are using these different things that I told you to practice at the beginning, plus a few extras that I didn't really think of. At the end of the video I'll show you a list of all of the ones I would advise practicing. So that was U. My camera died by the way, so if things have changed I'm sorry. So U, V. So V has a thin upstroke, thick downstroke, thin upstroke and a little loop, which you can add a thick downstroke to if you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which comes together to make a V like that, or if you actually put your proper loop in like that. And again, you can not put the loop in your letters, the thickened downstroke in your looped letters if you want. W, thin upstroke, down up, loop. And again, up to you whether you do the loop as a thick downstroke or not. So thin upstroke, down up, loop. Or thick downstroke, thin upstroke, loop. X is like a little zigzag, so you go up, down, up. So up, down, up, and you add a diagonal upstroke to it as well. So like that. I think we're going to need another piece of paper, or just to turn this one over. So Y, thin upstroke, U, loop downstroke. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, which makes Y. And the last letter is Z, so start on the downstroke, up to the top, make a 3 type thing, and loop up and back. So up, thin upstroke, down for the 3, down further for the 3, and thin upstroke back. Like that. So that is all of the letters. I feel like I said I was going to show, I was going to go through the different loops you need for each of them. So some diagonal thin, so things you should practice is diagonal thin upstrokes, circles, down and ups, U's, loops, or you could even make those into L's as well. Practice the loop first, stopping at the bottom, and then do an L as well. Some circly bits like that. Some up and downs. Some down and ups. I'm sorry if you can hear that vibrating, it's my other half's phone I'm actually using to record, and then some O's like that, and some little loops. I think that's most of them. So now, putting letters together is very much similar to putting letters together with the normal cursive writing, except take your time. So I'm going to speed up a little bit, not loads, but speed up a little bit, and write a few different sentences. I'll start with a quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, write the months of the year and the days of the week, or something like that. Just so you can see where I lift my hand up and things like that. So that's how often I lift my pen off, so I really do regularly lift my pen off. The other thing I just wanted to show you was some of how I do my bouncing. So if I was to write Monday, for example, start on the bass line, do my first M sort of normal, the first bit my M normal, then I might lift the second bit a bit higher and not take it quite as low. Third bit will come lower, come down a bit lower and go back up. Then the O would start there, be pretty normal. N, start normal, lift it up a bit higher, but also lift it a little bit, tiny bit lower. D, do the circle in the right place, maybe take the line a little bit high and a little bit low. A, kind of normal. Then Y, do that bit normal, then bring the top of the Y up a bit high, like that. And you just get a nice little bounce effect without it looking too all over the place. Same with Tuesday, the same way I might do Tuesday. T, sort of start normally. U, begin it normally, then take the second bit a little bit too high and a little bit too low. E, kind of normal. S is always a bit bigger in my writing anyway. D, start off normal, go a bit too high, a bit too low. A, similar thing, bit too high, a bit too low on the cut. Y, not quite up to the top for the first bit, and then long for the second bit. make Tuesday. And this is how often, even if I'm not speaking, I lift it up. So again, I'll just show you writing Wednesday how often I lift my pen up. Yeah, so I really do, like, basically every other letter at least, lift my pen up off the paper. There you go. I'll just carry on with the days of the week and I'll speed the rest of this up. So there are the days of the week. By no means I am an expert at this, and by no means is my hand lettering perfect. I make mistakes, but I like it and I like playing with it. So yeah, go away, have a play, see what you can do and see what you can create. Modern calligraphy is one of my favourite writing styles and I hope you love it too, and I hope this has been helpful in showing you how you might get yours a bit further. So thank you so much for watching this video and for every video you've watched as part of VADA. It's been my first video every day for a month and it's been hard. I'm probably about halfway through filming them when I film this video, because obviously some of them I can't film in advance, like my plan with me's and things, but these I can. So I'm probably about halfway through filming at the moment and it's been hard. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it and I've loved it. I've loved every second. I've loved doing some different videos and having a play. So yeah, thank you again. I hope to catch you next week when I'm back on my normal scheduling. There'll be a video on Friday and then every Monday and Friday until I decide to do something else different again. Thank you for watching. Comment, like down below whether you've enjoyed VADA, whether you've enjoyed this series, what other videos you want to come see coming from me, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you again. Bye!